Hello? Hopefully my mic is working and music is going smoothly. Anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. There's gonna be some strange noise in the background and probably coming from our roof because there's some sort of repair and construction going on right now. And I might not be able to stream tomorrow either. Nor can I be able to go down or go anywhere because of it. But anyways, welcome. Welcome to the stream. There we go. Today I'm just gonna be coloring this illustration. Coloring and rendering. Also, I don't think I need to plan out the colors from this one because I have a reference anyways. Because recently, especially when it comes to OC arts, original characters and designs and whatnot, I tend to plan out the colors first for the illustration of the overall illustration. But I think I don't need that on this one, since I have a reference and all that. But anyways, welcome to the stream. How are you guys? Also, I might not talk too much today. I'm not sure. For some reason, how do I say this? I feel weirdly disassociated from everything. Like, for some reason, I'm just spacing out a lot today. Took me a while to get up this morning, also. Even though I did drink coffee, and for some reason, I just feel weirdly sleepy all the time today. But it's just probably because of hormones. Let me just clean this up and fill in some gaps before I can select it. Let's add the layer there. I can just color pick this, but at the same time, I shouldn't. Like, I'm not gonna color pick every color. I'm just gonna make sure it's somewhat similar to it. Because even if I use a color picker, the colors is still slightly off for some reason. Oh yeah. Hopefully this is the right settings. Yeah, I feel like I'm always out of breath for some reason. It's not like I slept really late or anything. In fact, I slept early. But for some reason, I just feel... It's weird. It's not a shitty sort of feeling. It's just... I'm always just spacing out a lot. But since I'm drawing right now, I guess it's slightly better. It's like my eyes are like always blurred. I can see stuff, but at the same time it feels out of focus. If that makes sense. Some strange clanking noises going on the roof. I can't tell if what the heck is that. Anyways, let's just color this. Somewhat pale and blue are the colors. Oh, it's gonna look gray. It's gonna be hard to color. I guess I'll do the bandages first. I actually like drawing bandages a lot. And also, the color I pick for it is not, you know, purely white. That's kind of like a bad idea. It looks off-white, like kind of like a creamy white looking color, but it's actually a wrong, or has some sort of yellow tint to it. Basically, if you're picking out colors, just don't pick, for example, you want to pick something black, a black color. Don't just use purely black. Just pick something that is quite near to that color. And you can pick if it's like a warm looking color or a cooler tint to it. Basically. The way I pick out colors is really not that complicated, honestly. For the most part, I just pick the colors that I like using, and that's it. And I tend not to challenge myself that much on coloring. Unless I want to experiment or something. It really depends on my mood. Yeah, I feel so out of place with lately as well. Yeah, it's just weird. It's like you can see stuff, you can understand what the hell is going on, but at the same time, everything feels out of focus. Like, yeah, the feeling is basically you just feel disassociated from whatever that's going on. It's not out of touch though. It's more like being able to process. I'm not sure if this color is right for the skin tone. because it still feels somewhat saturated. I'll just change it later. Let me just set it down so I can have like I can just easily select it. Music's kind of loud. I have it on speaker, so hopefully my mic doesn't pick up the music on too much, so it doesn't echo. But let me know if everything's going smooth or not. I hope it's not, because I haven't talked to any of my friends lately. Oh yeah, I also haven't talked to them for a while. I mean, not a super while, I guess. It's just only been a few minutes or hours. Also, my friend group, or a specific friend group that I have, we don't mind not talking for a while, because even if we talk, we still feel close, or you know, we feel chill. And cool with each other. It's that sort of friend group. Even if we haven't like talked for months or whatever, still feel close. But yeah, but when we do chat, it's kind of like all hell is breaking loose. Basically, our friend group is kind of low maintenance. And back then, back then around senior high school, I saw that one of my classmates is like involved with a friend group, and their friend group, it was like some sort of culture shock for me, I guess, because their friend group is so high maintenance. And I get it, that sort of group exist, but it just kind of feels weird seeing it firsthand, if that makes sense. And basically what I meant by high maintenance, basically you have to like attend this sort of agenda, I guess, or for example, they set up like like a hangout time or day or a certain day, and you have to attend those certain days in order to be like be a part of that friend group. It's basically an attendance sort of thing, which I still find weird to this day. I mean, I kind of get it. It's kind of like just basic rules for like everybody. But at the same time, it just feels weird seeing it firsthand. Because in our friend group, or most of the friend group that I experience with, isn't really that high maintenance. As long as you vibe, that's fine with us, and not be an asshole. That's good enough. Why haven't you talked to any of your parents? College and work. Also, nearly all my friends from high school either moved out of Cali or went to the military. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, everyone is also just busy. And at the same time, they're probably meeting other new people. And you know, hanging out with those new people instead. It just do be like that, no? I'm gonna go with the most sword selection. There we go. I'm gonna go to shading now. And I just use the lasso for everything here. Met my friends today and played poker. Lost all my money though. Are we talking about physical poker gameplay or poker in video games? I still do not understand that game. I'm probably better if I don't. Oh yeah, and all my friends are like, all of them are in college. So they basically have their own fucking agenda and stuff to go to. And it's not hard to feel out of place, especially for me. In fact, it's pretty natural to have that sort of FOMO going on. And low-key feel like they're looking down on me. Because I'm not going into college. It's not like I wanted this, you know? I deadass have to drop out of college because we need to get by, that sort of stuff. And my dad got hospitalized and all that dramatic shenanigans. And I'm that type of person, for example, like if I'm going to school, all I have to do is focus on school. I don't want to deal with work stuff and others, you know, separate my attention to other stuff, any sort of other activities. If I have to go to school, I just want to focus on school. I don't want to deal with financial instability and all that stuff. But that's pretty much the inevitable. If you're like low middle class or barely even middle class. Dropping out of college isn't really a rare instance. Oh god, why is that not selected? And I'm in the wrong layer, of course. I don't want this to be more off color. Let me just select this. I can't tell why it's not selecting a section there. How many hours a day do you draw? Less. I want it to be less than 4 hours. But a day, I don't even draw that much a day. In fact, I make sure I do it less. Because I don't like drawing all the time, you know? But basically, not a whole. I make sure it's not a whole day. It doesn't. Maximum I do draw is like 5 hours. 5 hours max. And it doesn't go more than that, or else I'll die. Terrible at poker. Used to work in a casino. Sheesh. Swift Tiger, welcome. I was a dealer for blackjack and poker. Glad I quit. What show is this guy from? It's from Soul Eater. Pretty good pay, but I was always working on graveyard shifts. Oh yeah, that's true. It only occurs at evenings and shit. I should be aware of my layers here, because I need to make sure that the shadows or these shadings over here is separate from the base colors. Program, it's Clip Studio Paint. Oh god, it's starting. And there's gonna be strange noises on the background. Because my uncle is like repairing our roof. Or whatever he's doing up there. select this. This might take a while. Also because I'm just gonna chill today. I don't wanna rush things out. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Just a quickie. BRB. Oh, I'm back. Where was I? Low key using a lot of layers here, but it's fine, I guess. It's looking a bit too blue in my opinion. I might tweak that colors after this. It looks fine from afar, but it still kind of looks too blue. So I'm gonna tone down that for a bit. Have you seen Edge Runners? Not yet. Probably won't watch it until, I don't know, got bored or something. It always takes a while for me to watch something for some reason. Even Arcane, it took me a few months, or it took me a good while for me to actually watch it and see why our people are so like are enjoying this way too much, and why is everyone talking about this show. Well, he is supposed to be bluish because he becomes a giant mummy. We're just gonna watch the rest of Soul Eater. After you said that he becomes gigantic. I think he was gigantic at that time. It is an old anime, so I might not remember all too much. But I do remember he turns like gigantic on that part. And I do recall that I think someone I think I watched a review of like the comparisons between Soul Eater anime and the manga, and apparently the difference are kind of huge. And in all honesty, I think I much prefer the ending of what happened in the anime. Not that I think that it's better compared to the manga. I still don't think. I think both weren't really that very good. But I find the anime's ending much more tolerable. But that's probably because of bias, I guess. Since I did see the anime before the manga. In fact, I barely know anything about the manga. And again, it was like 2009 or something, 2010, somewhere around that time. And I was like a fucking child, so I barely know about not much of an anime anyways. He is bluish, but what I want to adjust is the saturation. I feel like it's too saturated. If that makes sense. Me on the save. So the Hero Soul Eaters know an old anime. It do feel like that. But I think the animation aged well in Soul Eater. But that's the beauty of being heavily stylized. Yeah, the difference is huge. And I couldn't even understand why they made the change for the ending. It's probably because of deadlines, but at the same time, I'm like, what is with what is with both of the endings? Jesus Christ. I didn't enjoy either of them. I would much rather remember other parts of the anime instead. Like actual iconic parts of it. I don't have a clear indication of where the light is coming from, so I'm just gonna bullshit the lightning as usual. And right now everything's kind of looking flat because it's barely rendered. And that's fine. We're still like in the baby steps of this stage. Oh, battery's getting low. Also, Excalibur coming back and ended doing nothing in the manga is a big what the fuck to me. That's just Excalibur things, bro. And it's not even surprising to me. But yeah, not gonna lie, the manga is just taking weird steps sometimes, you know what I mean? Some of it is kind of like, oh yeah, that makes sense. But some of it are just like, why? But why? But after that, I have not heard news nor followed the series after that. Colors are probably gonna look scuffed. But that's because of me not doing line art properly. This is good enough. We can go to rendering now. Apparently Excalibur was based off the other's dad. That's so funny. Excalibur is just it's just fucking hilarious, man. And I just love his design. Oh, there's so many gaps. Hold up, let me just end this in. What do you draw in? I draw in like a graphic tablet. It's the one without the screen, basically. It's just a normal graphic tablet. It's an XP Pen Deco Pro. And I think it's the wireless version, but I don't use the wireless what do you call it? The wireless feature. Because I just don't like charging stuff, man. It's so annoying. So I just use a Google USB cord for it. I mean, XP Pen did give me a tablet with the screen, you know what I mean? But for some reason, I just don't like the experience of drawing on the screen. The surface is just it's just vile for me. Drawing on basically the drawing experience. It was fine, but I much prefer drawing, not drawing on the screen. Also, I just don't want to get stuck to calibrating the shit out of fucking every minute. It's just way too high maintenance for me. But it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to your preference. Oh yeah, did you hear of the news of Van Gogh painting getting vandalized by activists? Yeah, that was so stupid. Like, couldn't they pick, you know, a much more problematic artist to vandalize that? Like, the whole situation is just basically stupid. And probably the reason why people don't take activists that seriously because of how stupid of their choices are. They're probably gonna back it with some sort of explanation, meaning, or whatever that sort of derivative. But why Van Gogh? Dude is literally... It's one of the least problematic that you can choose out of. Like, there's so many more artists or painters that is 10 times more problematic than Van Gogh. Like, bruh, it's an actual bruh moment. Oh, and I've also heard a bad news. Quite a bad news, actually. Especially for Bayonetta fans. Apparently the creator of that video game is kind of racist. Basically, in a nutshell, he's in Twitter, right? If you speak English, you're immediately blocked by him. If you don't speak Japanese, he'll probably block you. And overall, the situation of Bayonetta of that news, I think it has something to do with the voice actor or actress, which pretty understandable. The game is highly profitable and all that shit, and them demanding, you know, a decent pay is understandable, but they don't give her that sort of treatment. So there's like a fiesta going on down there, and it actually sucks. Like, to see that the creator is such an asshole. Like, for example, what was it? Like, a lot of people love Bayonetta, right? And to see that the creator is an actual fucking ass, it's just so... It's just so annoying, bro. Like, can we have a respectable creator for once? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, can you not be an asshole for fuck's sake? And overall, it's just sad. It's just very sad. I thought the Bayonetta creator blocks anybody that messages or tags him. Nah, he just hates anyone who speaks English. So yeah, he's racist. People are gonna probably say, "Oh, how does it make him racist?" I'm like, bro, he literally insults the fucking shit out of you because he doesn't, because you don't speak his own language or something. Basically, it's all over Twitter. You can check that out. And I think this situation is basically ironic, to sum it up, basically. So what's going on is that they're not hiring I think the OG voice actress for Bayonetta because she was demanding a higher pay rate. But apparently they're hiring an actress that is known for having a higher pay rate, which makes their claim bogus, basically, and stupid. And the creator is kind of molding all over Twitter. I mean, I think the creator is always molding Twitter. Man, it's always the voice, it's always the VAs that always get treated like shit. That's weird, because I remember him blocking Japanese people that ask him questions as well. He just likes blocking people than us. Basically, that anything that counters or, you know, anything that ratios him, he will immediately block you. I wouldn't be surprised if he blocks me as well. Everything is looking weird right now with what I'm doing, but I'll erase this. The only reason why I'm doing this sort of shading is just to get some sort of like, it's kind of like blocking muscles. That makes sense. And just helps things look more layered. think I should also do this one. Use my droplets. And this is something to add texture stuff. I don't use back then I don't do this sort of stuff. But now I just want to go crazy on layers, why not? Because the design is not that complicated, so might as well. Might as well do that. Blue Colossal Titan. Oh yeah, is Attack on Titan still alive? I guess we can just highlight now. Not really a lot to do here. Apart from shading this and all that stuff, there's really not that a lot. Just gonna add the highlights now. Because there's really not that much to do. This looks so good. Thank you. I have literally no idea what happened to Attack on Titan anime. They keep calling it the final season, but it ends on a cliffhanger for a new season. Yeah, I just don't understand. Is this the end? What is the finale even? And I think it's supposed to end with a movie with the rumbling. The final season, part 4, final movie. The rumbling, part 17. There's too many parts, basically. And at this point, I'd lose track. And I think I would much rather read the spoilers. I mean, I always has been. Probably do the skin next. It doesn't have to be too shiny. Just need enough. There are rumors of them changing the ending of the manga, which is why they keep cutting the final season parts or something. Oh yeah, people are also. I think there's some sort of fight back then because of the ending. And I think a lot of people's reaction is just basically summed out as this barely feels like a conclusion, I think. Oh god, I probably need to double check the colors here. Again, my laptop screen is not color accurate, so I have to like. I need to do multiple iterations of my illustrations. Like, I have to export, check it on my phone if the colors look right. And if it doesn't, I have to go back, edit, and then re-export it until it becomes some sort of vicious cycle. People hated the ending. Yeah, people were debating it and going crazy about it back then. To me, I really could care less, honestly. I don't really care about that much. Maybe because they never got into the thoughts of Eren for like 20 chapters. Maybe. But hey, it's always typically hard to end a long running series, especially this type of or similar type to Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan wasn't even supposed to be a long running series. The only reason it continued it's because it was popular. And that is pretty much applicable to most animes and manga out there. The only reason why it's still standing or why it's still here is because it's popular. That's why it's still continuing. Is this too dark? Probably. Yeah. Definitely. Everyone was supposed to die at like chapter 30. Yeah, it was basically around the beginning. It was supposed to be supposed to end there. But I think the publisher just convinced Isayama to continue to get that coin, baby. But it's not surprising. Everyone does it. But hey, Attack on Titan made a cultural impact. Which is something. Oh shit, make it more reddish. Or bluish. This part is more. I'm definitely not picking yellow. I only use yellow because that's the easiest color. It's one of the colors that you cannot go wrong with when uh, establishing some sort of glow effect. Take character right now. Hmm. I'm leaning somewhere around purple, but blue is kind of fine also. What do you think of the full song of the Chainsaw Man opening? Can get out of my head. Oh, I haven't listened to the full version just yet. I thought you were gonna say that yellow is not a creative color like green. Nah, yellow is somewhat an easy color. And it's one of the colors that you choose to use for highlights and stuff. Or glowy sort of effects. And right now I cannot decide. I guess I should save first. Because my software is kind of lagging. Excuse me. I think it's better if I go with different kinds of color instead of one. Okay. Let me just copy this. Change this to somewhere bluish. For the skin tone. And then I use different colors. It's kind of not working. That's probably this. So the settings. And yellow. I should erase it first though. Only the parts where the bandages are. I'm still kind of not satisfied with it. Maybe yellow is not. Maybe yellow is not it. Yeah, it makes it saturated. That's why. I'm gonna choose something more green. The colors are probably boring. There's nothing really that exciting to do here. Yeah, green is much more better. Actually, hold up. Let me add something. Let me multiply instead. The translated lyrics makes a lot of sense. It's basically saying that Denji just wants life easier and bang Makima. I mean, it's the first opening, so. They picked the best one. And probably the reason why I don't like hyping things up too much. Like, I get it, hype is kind of necessary to like garner attention and shit. But once things blow out of proportion, you're just gonna be left with disappointment. But for the most part, I don't care about it no much. Oh, he's looking way too blue again. Maybe that's why I'm so low key. I'm getting all riled up with the colors, you know. I need something more muted, basically. Don't want things to be saturated. But at the same time, it's really not doing anything. Part of me also thinks that it's kind of overtuned. Let's just go with the colors or this section. Shit, wrong layer. Yeah, this is basically finished. I mean, there's some still parts that are like, yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just being indecisive with the colors. Oh, my thing is freezing. Yeah, there's not a lot to render here. I don't want to put highlights on the clothes or the bandages because they're supposed to be like some sort of matte finish to it. So there's no point to put some highlights on them. I mean, I can try to render them, but part of me just thinks that's unnecessary. Or I could try. We still have time. Yeah, we have plenty of time, actually. I didn't expect to be finished or called as finished. this soon. I'm just probably trying to find some spots that isn't colored very well. I should make this part thicker. It looks naked when it's when the renderings are certain layers are off. Only an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, we have like plenty of time. But I guess this is the part we can just slack around and do whatever. Maybe I can try to render it, I guess. And I can just turn it off if I don't like it. We could just chat at this point and probably chill. Because there's nothing really much to do right now. Also, I just do not want to do a lot today. Again, I'm kind of like... always spacing out a lot today, so... I don't think it's very healthy to make myself or push myself to do stuff. That's a bad idea. What I'm about to do is like similar how I rendered the skin and all that. I just basically block shadows of the bandages and then use the airbrush like crazy to make it look like it's faded or something like that. Early chill time? Yeah. Early chill time. I'll probably not gonna stream long because just this ended early, way early than we thought it would be. Oh yeah, I bought a game on Steam. Guys, if you have any recommendation on what to play on Steam, feel free to share. Cause I kinda want to like God, I need to make my Steam account at least active. Jesus Christ. Oh fuck, do you guys hear that? Anyways. Yeah, you guys might hear some construction noises or weird ass crashing noises. But anyways, where were we? Yeah, I might not be able to stream tomorrow because of that construction thingy. Where was I? Oh yeah, Steam. If you guys have any recommendations, games or whatever, let me know. But right now on my wish list, I'm planning to buy Hades and what was it? Papers, Please. There we go. I've been wanted to play again. I couldn't download Apex. I don't think my laptop can run Apex. I'll probably try, but it's gonna eat up a huge chunk of my storage if I do that though. Like Jesus, when I uninstalled Valorant, I got half of my storage back. Like, I have no fucking clue how does Valorant eats up my storage capacity that real quick. I don't even play Valorant anymore. I tried playing it on its early debut and then never played it ever again because the ping was so fucking horrible. I'm on like 200 fucking ping. I'm literally shooting my own fucking enemy at the head in front of me. Like 2 inches in front of me. Yet I'm still the one that ends up dead. It was that atrocious. This is why mobile gaming is like more popular here, for fuck's sake. The ping is just fucking atrocious. It's near impossible to play a FPS game. I wonder who came up with Inktober, because now I'm getting turned of drawing. I think it was Jake Parker. Jake Parker is known for like doing or making these challenges, especially Inktober. And I think he had a controversy back then. Because of Inktober, he tried to like, I think, trademark Inktober. Which is gonna be a lawsuit hell. That's why it got controversial. Because back then everyone can do Inktober. But that should die down, so. I play Risk of Rain. What's it about? Man, my laptop is just a potato, man. This is why I can't play games. It's roguelike. Oh, let's fucking go. It looks like... Oh, it's in 3D. Oh yeah, I should also put Cuphead on my wish list. But I did bought a game recently. It's just a boring game though. It's called Unpacking. Because I wanted to play a game that is gonna be like stress-free. I don't want to be stressed out. Because... Man, I remember back then I played a MOBA game as a way to relax. You know, as a way to spend my free time. And that was, yeah, not a good idea. I ended up being more tilted than usual. And destroying half of my furniture. I played Raft, Dead by Daylight, and played Up. It's like that time someone tried to trademark 100 days on Minecraft Hardcore. Hope you can beat the tutorial unlike the game journalist. I actually enjoyed that type of games. You know, arcade games like Cuphead, Metal Slug. I mean, it's not like I play very well. Like I probably die 10 times in one sitting. But I enjoy it tremendously because it's just one of those games that you could just start over. And you don't really lose that much apart from the progress, of course. Yeah, I still play League. Yeah, I just wanted to avoid some prone tilting games. That's why I bought Unpacking. If you guys didn't know, Unpacking is just dead ass unpacking packages. That's it. That's the game. Game of the year, everyone. Oh yeah, I also wanted Doom, but I don't think my computer can handle it. Another game where journalist fails tremendously. I play Overwatch 2 if anyone else is down for that. Oh yeah, people are shitting on Overwatch 2 for some reason. Is it that bad? I feel like it's just what is it called? They just made the game you know, available for everyone, and that's it. That's all I know about Overwatch 2. I mean, they tweaked some visuals, I think, to the characters, but not by a huge difference. But for some reason, everyone is shitting on it. But at the same time, everyone is kind of like also playing it. Oh yeah, I've also saw this Gundam game. Couldn't remember the title though. Was it Gundam Evolution? Basically, it's a shooting game, FPS game. Hades was fun. My first playthrough. Having fun with it. Yeah, I have Hades on my wish list for like forever now. I should really buy it. Overwatch 2 is basically Overwatch in their first few months, and 3 new characters and some reworks of some old characters. Yeah, part of me is just wondering why are people talking shit about it too much? Like, to the point that it kind of feels redundant. Like, why even? Why even bother? I mean, people are still gonna play it anyways. Gundam Evolution, that was fun too. Oh yeah, it's Gundam Evolution. I should also get that one. Rating is 6 out of 10. Oh yeah, I think this is what sucks on like multiplayer games. Like, can you even play the game if nobody is playing it? That's the shitty part of like multiplayer games. It had a horrible launch. Also a lot of server crashes. Oh, that's probably why. That explains a lot. Nothing really changed that much here. Hold up, let me check. Let me find an old reference to remember what the fuck I did back then. Yeah, it doesn't make a huge difference. Well, let's just save this. Basically, Overwatch 2, not even a new game, basically just a big patch. They didn't even release the story mode in PvE as promised. Oof. Oh yeah, I think I've heard that one too. But I think that's the thing about games this year, or this recent years. The things they promised is usually something they do like 5 years later or something like that. But I think Halo is like one of those games that is just it's just a rotting corpse at this point. This is not me talking shit about Halo or whatever. It's just I think I've seen a lot of people just basically being sad about how Halo is just not being handled well. The game is not being handled well. I think some of the new characters are behind the paywall, but I'm not sure about that, so someone can correct me on that. Haven't played Overwatch in years. I have Halo Infinite, but they don't know how to work that game. Yeah, it's just they don't know how to manage that game at all. Like they have one of the most one of those products that is like too good to fail, right? Too famous to fail, sort of thing. All I remember was playing as Genji and Hammer Dude. Genji's my man. Oh yeah, I remember back then getting into Overwatch because of their animations, right? Uh, what's it called? It's not a trailer, but it does have something to do with the story and all that stuff, and kind of introducing the characters too. And I just found the style of that animation so pretty. That's why I got into it. But I wasn't able to play it because I think Overwatch wasn't free back then. That's why. Also, I have a crappy laptop back then. Never buy a $200 laptop. It's just the worst. Overwatch makes really good shorts. Yeah, I think it's one of those aspects, one of those assets that they got really popular, or what people got into it. But yeah, their animation was top tier. But Blizzard is always on fire. Every time I see a news about Blizzard, yeah, it's always Blizzard. And at this point, I'm just like, what is going on with this corporation? I do remember the toxic shipping wars in Overwatch. Oh yeah, those are the days. The new Kiriko shirt had me crying, and I have no idea why. Oh, haven't watched that one yet. Of course, the shipping. It's always the shipping, bro. Remember the time that Blizzard was well loved? I don't remember. I don't really. Their games. I don't think their games is really popular here. I do remember they made what's it called? Frozen Throne? But the only reason why we know about Warcraft is because someone modded Dota, uh, made the Dota game out of that shit. And we didn't even play it as Warcraft. We played it. We only have that because of, in order to play Dota 1, not the second one. And yeah. Man, I still don't fucking understand how to play Dota. It's way too hard. And the meta is so different from what I'm used to. I think what I find it hard is because of the on how to build shit. And you can use couriers, you know, delivering your builds and shit. Which is another thing that makes it complicated. One thing I remember fondly was my friend being devastated that Tracer was a lesbian. Bro, come on. I'm like the only one who isn't who doesn't give a shit about Tracer. I like Widowmaker more. Or maybe that's just me because of liking liking snipers way too much. Despite I suck playing the sniper gun or rifle. Does it look better with this shading? It just only added another layer. That's basically it. There's not really a huge difference. Widowmaker's voice is pretty soothing. Ah yes, Widowmaker. The I never miss a shot yet misses all but one shot in the animated shorts. She got hot. She got hot fixed. Oh yeah, I do remember this is the first Overwatch though. I think I remember that time like the characters are just way off the rails with their balancing shit. I think it was Moira. Is that her name? When I saw her release, I think balance just way it's just gone. It's just gone. By the time she was released. And after that, I didn't really hear any more news about it apart from like the game is kind of sort of dying. And the balancing was kind of shit, I think. And never heard about it ever again until Overwatch 2. Don't really see a difference. Yeah, me too. It just added a layer when I added this. It just added another layer and only made it slightly darker. Yeah, I'm not gonna add anything more to this illustration because it's just gonna make everything too overwhelming to look at. So this is why limiting yourself is kind of helpful. I mean, you can go overboard as much as you like with the textures and all, but me, I'm just gonna compromise. Man, why is this so messy? Not familiar with the late characters except for Sombra and Ash. I think Moira was the last one I've heard of. Yeah, I think she was like a healer, but at the same time she was like dealing damage. Not gonna learn anything else. 2 seconds later, immediately add something. I mean, I'm not gonna add more textures or layers, that sort of thing. I'll probably fix some parts. But for the most part, this looks pretty done to me. I really don't care. I really do not want to like clean these parts up. Like for example, this section and this section and a lot more section. You know, parts that has imperfections. Like for example, some spills like this one and this one. I can do that, but for the most part, I don't care anymore. I'll just probably add my name somewhere. And check my layers if I have everything present. Moira in the lower ranks does more damage than some DPS. Yeah, I think I've seen some people molding in Twitter complaining like, oh my god, you're supposed to heal, why are you stealing kills? I'm like, bruh, isn't that her design though? She heals and she kills. It reminds me of the supports, quote unquote supports in League. Kind of reminds me of Pyke. But honestly, after playing the role of support, it's so easy to not pick, you know, not pick champions or characters that are solely meant for supporting exclusively. At this point, you have to find a way to like pick a character that can also support, but at the same time can also carry. Pyke is fun. Pyke is Pyke. I mean, I suck playing him at late game because, oh my god, he's so squishy, but that's pretty understandable because he's an assassin and shit. But it's just so funny using him sometimes. And so fun. Oh yeah, what happened to Mercy? I remember my friends going, heroes never die. Mercy exists. Yeah, I have not heard of her that much anymore. Because people would much rather play something else. But that's just the thing about multiplayer games. Nobody wants to feel, you know, a role that is like needed. or a row that is missing. Let me just export the time lapse for this one. So this would stop freezing all the time. Yeah, I think we were just gonna chat for the rest of the minutes here. Because I'm gonna call this done. I don't want to add anything crazy or do anything furthermore for this illustration. It is very early though. Right, when I was going to ask about your signature, then you just added it. I just deadass write my name and that's it. It's so, a part of me wants to just fucking plaster it with a huge ass motherfucking watermark on it, so I don't have to have like problems of people pirating shit or whatever. It's so tempting. But let me just export this, then I'm gonna add like my signature after. I only copy paste my signature now. Let me just find it. Where do I saved it as a PNG. But I keep forgetting where it is. What do you think of your stuff being on Pinterest? Is it there? I keep reporting that shit. A part of me is fine if you just credit, and that's it. I don't really care anymore. But I don't really go that much on Pinterest. I only go to Pinterest when I'm looking for a wallpaper for my phone. And usually my wallpapers are just not really artworks. They're more like abstract art. You know, those aesthetic swirly kind of looks. And yeah, and that's it. I just go to Pinterest for wallpapers. It's beautiful, 10 and 10. Enjoyed this process. Thank you. Wasn't that way that the Asuki guy found your stuff was on Pinterest? Not really. It was... someone was commissioning him, apparently. And they just showed him a reference, which happens to be my artwork. The amount of wallpapers I have are from Pinterest, along with some of my D&D characters. DRR is mostly from. Oh yeah, when I'm trying to find some ideas or reference, I do go to Pinterest, or sometimes I just Google it. But for the most part, some of my inspirations only comes from either randomly at my head, or I go to Twitter, or I see a cool art on Instagram. Much like checking out like my favorite artists, like Rhino Tuna and stuff. But for the most part, I just only use Pinterest for finding wallpapers. That is like one of my most used on Pinterest. I love Pinterest honestly, when I go there, I'm just gonna keep going down the rabbit hole. Oh yeah, that's another thing also. Once I'm in Pinterest, it's kind of hard to get out of it because you just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And apparently that's much more cancerous than a typical social media app. It's much more addicting. I have over 3,000 pins on my Pinterest and 1,000 saved stuff on Instagram. Okay, hold up. Let me just find where the fuck did I put my signature. I keep losing it. I don't think I saw it. It's just my name on Korean, and that's it. Do I know how to speak Korean? Definitely not. I forgot how the alphabet works, or Korean writing works. Where did it go to? Not me opening Pinterest and saving 20 new items, just opening the front page. Bro, that is so me. Yeah, once you're into Pinterest, it's kind of hard to get out of it. It's much more addicting. Because the more you dig, the more you think of like, oh, maybe I'll see another cool stuff, yeah, and it's just a vicious cycle. A failed Korean. Let's go. I mean, I can't even study the language very well because nobody's talking Korean here. Because the most effective way to learn a language is for you to use it or be forced to use it. But since I'm like, nobody speaks Korean here, so there's no point unless I'm talking to myself. But that's not really a great way to do it. Or an effective way to learn. Do you just live without only your mom and siblings with your dad away in Korea? Yeah. Me and my mom and my siblings are here in the Philippines, while my dad is in South Korea. I think he lives around somewhere around in Seoul, but he doesn't tell us where in Seoul, so we kind of have zero ideas, or barely minimum knowledge when it comes to Korean culture and all that stuff. Because even back then, he only visits like yearly, something like that. But recently, pandemic and all that, and having some problems financially, he wasn't able to visit regularly. But that's typically the norm here. If that makes sense. Like, for example, if someone has a foreign spouse, they would much rather live to, you know, to a foreign country, or someone who's in a foreign country while the other stays in their hometown. Because getting a job here is like atrocious. And the minimum wage is so bad. You're much well off if you go somewhere else. Also, I think my mom and dad have problems with the papers. That's why they couldn't sort this something about immigration and all that stuff. If that makes sense. But yeah, that sadly is the norm here. I remember walking through so many subway trains in Seoul when my family visited Korea to see my great granddad. Great granddad. That's like double or triple. Okay, now I need to figure out where to place this. I think I can. Just like give it a little oil brush over there. This looks fine also. I was there when I was in the army. I had to find it there. I never got never able to go to Korea or any countries. Which fucking sucks. But then again, the blame is on my parents. My parents just didn't want to deal with sort of bureaucratic shit. That's why we're hard stuck here in our country, the Philippines. I think my great granddad married really young as well as his kids, since he doesn't look like it is. Oh yeah, that was like the norm back then. Hey, this is basically it. Let me export so I can check it out. Let me double check the colors if they're looking right or not. And I think our dad didn't want us to go to Korea. Maybe that's why we weren't able to visit. He just doesn't want us to go there. Let me just send this on my phone or project this on my phone. I basically just use my cell phone to like check the colors and stuff, which isn't, it's still not accurate, by the way. It's no industry standard color, whatever standard, because my mobile phone is like, I have the settings set up to like more to display more vivid colors. Basically, the colors is just gonna be a tad bit more saturated than usual. So yeah, it's not gonna be accurate. I starved myself for a day since I refused to eat the octopus tentacles. Those things was still moving despite being cut up. Oh yeah, you need to chew very well. Those are the type of food that can actually fucking kill you. It's not poisonous, nor yeah, it's not poisonous. But since it's still kind of moving, you need to chew those type of food really well, or else you're probably gonna die or gonna get hospitalized because of that. Oh, the colors look fine actually. They don't look good. They're not A plus for me, but that's fine. It looks average at best, but that's fine. I don't want the colors to be too crazy. But yeah, I would also not eat that type of shit. I think it's a soup. You know, I think it's some sort of spicy soup. Because of the spice, the octopus is kind of moving and shit. But yeah, it is dead, but it's still moving. And as someone who has the taste buds of like who only eats at McDonald's, I am not eating that type of shit. I would much rather eat the saddest chicken fillet on McDonald's instead of eating that. I always said that during the time when that stupid former president was in office. What do you mean? Oh yeah, I think there's some convention going on in like, but it's so far from our city. I think it's an art convention. I have never been into a convention. Like, for fuck's sake. I mean, I did get to a convention, but it's not art related, nor is it something I'm interested into. The reason why I'm probably there is because of like competition or something, and my school insisted. But I have never been into like an art fair or convention, and it's so fucking sad, bro. Most conventions only occurs to this one city, basically in the capital city, and that shit is so far from us. Come on. And so fucking sad. I remember being shocked that the McNuggets was pink sludge. Yo, what the fuck kind of food are you getting into? Is this some sort of pink sauce shit? I didn't even understand that pink sauce occurrence. Like, why? Hold up, I'm getting distracted right now. It's too dark? It's too dark, I think. No, I can just remove this. Let me have a second version where it's slightly not darker. Yeah, this is what I meant by having different multiple versions of this. Wait, you don't have McNuggets in the Philippines? We do, but not in pink. The only time I get to buy McNuggets, I don't even eat those. Those are like for my sister only. We only get the one with the barbecue sauce, and that is like the most normal chicken nugget that you can get. Never really have a weird color to it. Oh, that's barely a difference. Looking at it right now. McNuggets are originally some pink sludge and then shaped into a nugget, which then gets fried. What the hell? What is going on with the food there? But yeah, our chicken nuggets are just normal as shit. Oh, I'm supposed to put this here. I'm kind of like adding glitters to fucking everything right now. But that's fine. I'm justifying that action. The old me is kind of like getting back, you know what I mean? I used to go crazy with textures back then. It's not gonna make sense right now, but that's... Man, that's why I don't get into painting. Because mid-process, everything just looks weird. Yeah, it just looks weird. That it's kind of hard to like picture what the end product would be or how the end product would look like. I'm gonna change the hue here. I don't think this window pops out of the stream. That's why you kinda only see my cursor sliding around, but there's a window popping up. It just doesn't show up on the stream. Okay, this is like the third version of it. That's fine. Oh yeah, that's right. You guys have a lot of chicken. Yeah, every menu, every fast food restaurant here has some sort of chicken on the menu. Has some sort of fried chicken on the menu. People love fried chicken here. And anything that has rice on it. Like, for example, Burger King, it only gets, it doesn't really get full. Like, the restaurant doesn't really get like a whole lot of people. It gets full, but not really a whole lot of people compared to other ones. And it's mainly because they only have like a few recipes or food meals that has rice on it, because it's more on burgers. Like, eating rice is so unnecessary to do on Burger King unless you're not ordering a burger on Burger King. Okay, I've done way too many versions right now, and there's only a barely minimum difference that's going on, so I don't think I would be doing more. I guess it's just the colors all dull, are really dull. Maybe that's why I'm so bothered by it. But at the same time, I really cannot do anything further with the colors here. Because this is the character design. This is, yeah, this is it. There's nothing more, nothing less. It probably looks more darker to you guys, but the way I see, if I'm gonna describe my POV, everything looks slightly lighter. I have to look down on my fucking screen, like I have to fucking crouch down to see a much more accurate depiction of my goddamn artworks. Like, I have to fucking bow down to my goddamn shit in order to see if the colors are looking right or not. Because if I straighten my back, colors are like in the direction where I want it to be. And the colors look more lighter and less, basically has less contrast. Is it accurate? Definitely not. That's why I'm gonna edit this like multiple fucking times. But if I get lazy, I'll just gonna call it done. And that's basically it. Did you see the Fire Festival bid? I think so. I think I played it on the background when I was like playing or when I was drawing something. Oh god, what am I looking at? I just saw your saw the pic that you sent me. It just looks like a snake, bro. Oh yeah, about the Fire Festival, I think those are just one of the festivals that got hyped, advertising good shit, but in reality, no, it's not. It's an obvious scam. And rich kids are always fucking down for everything for some reason. I couldn't remember that much. But that's basically what I got in a nutshell after seeing that. I thought it was strawberry ice cream. It looks like a fucking snake to me. Because of how long that shit is. The best thing from that festival was the sad sandwiches. Oh yeah, it had food. They had food. And it's basically do you know that has this sort of vibe from middle school or high school? It's like the food that is being served there. Kind of like prison food, but it's from schools. God damn it, I'm choking. But yeah, now that's how it looks like. That's how the food looks like over there. School prison food? Yeah. Man, I just cannot relate to the people who has like god tier food. God tier food on high school or basically from school. Because in comparison to ours, it's just fucking just a violent violation to like FDA or something. I think I remember that time a friend of mine, her sister, I think, they also go to that school. They were basically eating a dumpling. I think you call it a dumpling. And there's a fly inside of that dumpling. And I'm just like, okay, this is why I don't eat to this fucking cafeteria. Oh yeah, you guys call it school cafeteria instead of canteen. We call it canteen. I mean, we can also call it as a cafeteria, but people will give you the side eye and think that you're a goddamn valley girl or something. But yeah, we call it a canteen instead of cafeteria. Would you be surprised on how popular OPM is in South Korea? One Punch Man? I mean, it was popular fucking everywhere. Especially the first season. It kind of died. It kind of died around the second season. Oh, here's the thing. Do you guys know, do you guys notice this on animes? And it's a thing that often occurs in order to make the Blu-ray version of it more exclusive. What they basically do is like they make the whole scene fucking darker for some reason, especially if it's an action scene. Like for example, I think in Boku no Hero Academia, where Might Guy is like punching something, basically heavily animated. The whole scene is just fucking dark. It just has some fucking shadows. And you can still see the animation. You can still see what's going on the screen. But for some reason, everything is just somewhat darker for some reason. Like the lights went off for some reason. I hate that type of shit. I mean, I get it. They're trying to like, you know, make the Blu-ray edition more exclusive and more fancy. Might Guy, or All Might, I mean, fuck. I keep forgetting names, bro. But I think it's in every anime right now, currently. I mixed up, I think I mixed up Naruto and Boku no Hero Academy over there. But yeah, they do this type of shit. And I hated that. I think this is why I liked One Punch Man season 1 a lot more. Because they do not do that type of shit. But in the second season, since it's like in a different studio, they do that. In every scene that there's like, you know, a fraction of animation added. I do notice it, especially in JoJo. Oh yeah, and JoJo is just man, especially in JoJo, because animating JoJo is kind of like a nightmare. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They do also do some correction in still frames. Oh yeah, that also. For example, especially in JoJo, I think the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Blu-ray edition is vastly different from what is like shown on the TV, I guess. Like the character design or the style is dead ass way different. Ever heard of the terrible still frames and animation of Dragon Ball Super? Bro, it's fucking everywhere. And people still talk shit about that one. People are defending it like, oh, why are you judging the animation by its in-betweens? That's not how animation works. And yes, that's true, but if it's drawn so fucking shit, you're gonna notice that fucking shit. And here's the thing. And here's another thing. I like the fan animations much more than the official one when it comes to Dragon Ball. Fan animations when it comes to Dragon Ball is much more lit, bro. Like you'll enjoy Dragon Ball much more because of the fans instead of the official one. Goku's Super Saiyan long hair form will always be memed on. I mean, Dragon Ball in a whole is like being a meme at this point. One mention of Goku is like, yeah. Yeah, they always bring Goku at the table for some reason. Can he beat Goku? And this is why I like sort of afraid to do any sort of Dragon Ball related fan art, because I know it's gonna summon a swarm of like Dragon Ball fans that barely touch grass. There's probably a chill section of like Dragon Ball fans, but for the most part, the only ones that I get to see are those who barely touch grass. Can he beat Goku though? Yeah, they always bring Goku at the table. And it sucks. I kind of want to like there's like there's like designs in Dragon Ball that I really like. For example, Kid Buu and that version of Goku. I forgot the version of Goku. Where he's like red. Not the red form. He's like his hair is like black. And his whole body has some sort of like red fur. Is it even Goku at this point? I forgot it. It was so old though. That's why I couldn't remember. God, there's so many versions. I can't fucking remember. Was it even Goku at this point? Or was it a fusion? I couldn't remember. Because there's also fusion in Dragon Ball. Oh yeah, Gogeta is also cool. But I don't think I'll be making Dragon Ball fan art anytime soon. Because I might summon a whole swarm of like Dragon Ball fans. I gotta show you the still frame of it because it's so badly drawn. Kaioken? I can't remember, bro. I don't remember names. Super Saiyan 4. There we go. I found it. There we go. Found it. Hurry, Goku. Super Saiyan 4. There we go. I found it. I think that form became non-canon because it was in Dragon Ball GT. I mean, I don't fucking remember the lore of Dragon Ball. Because here's the thing. I watched Dragon Ball really fucking young. I was like 5 or something. SSJ4 Goku was one of the coolest for him. Yeah, it kind of sucks that they kind of scrapped it. Unlike the recent Dragon Ball series. Come on, bro. Gogeta and Vegito. Do you call it Vegito or Vegito? Because there are people that pronounce Vegeta, right? But the way we pronounce him is like Vegeta. Oh well. At least the spelling isn't it? To see. Will always be the coolest characters. Oh yeah. This is why I'm like, come on. Why they scrap the idea? But I also liked I think I only liked the colors. The color blue is just cool, bro. You can't go wrong with blue. Also, I liked Kid Buu a lot. Or basically Majin Buu. I don't understand what the fuck he's supposed to be, but at the same time, his character design is so iconic. The recent forms are just recolors. Yeah, they just scream NFT to me. They just look like fucking NFT. They just give me NFT vibes. They're just a fucking recolor. Come on, bro. Other people would probably digress. No, 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 you don't get it. They have turtlenecks now. Like, bruh. Vegetable. Yeah, we could. They're basically, their names are based out of vegetables, though. Which Majin Buu? Yeah, he has like fuck ton of versions. I actually liked every version of them though. His design was just lit. It was just fucking lit, bro. Frieza? Frieza is just Frieza, bro. I always hate Frieza because his design is always goofy. And I think it's just always dead. Every time I try to watch Dragon Ball, automatically I assume he's gonna die. Or gonna be humiliated in some way. Vegeta has now a brother named Purple, by the way. I have not watched the recent Dragon Ball series, by the way. Only the old ones. Never the new ones. Bruh. I just saw the picture. Yeah. But hey, come on. It's Toei animation. It's peak Toei animation. Oh, it's almost 3 hours. Wow, I was able to stretch this fucking stream to 3 hours. Almost 3 hours. And we're not even doing that much. I'll probably end the stream in a few minutes. What about Cell and his unnecessary billion spots that gave the animators a nightmares? Oh yeah. When I watched this as a kid, when I saw him as a kid, I just find his powers so fucking gross. If I remember correctly, he has this tail, kind of like a needle, kind of like a bee, and I think he absorbs powers with that shit. And I just found that shit so fucking gross, bro. By the way, I was like 5 when I watched this. Gohan versus Cell will always have a place in my heart. Now that I think about it, his design is quite a nightmare to deal with. I mean, here's the thing. If you're animating a fast-paced action scene or whatever, the design, you probably not gonna be noticing the character design or imperfections. Because everything is moving so fast. You're probably not gonna notice it. Cell absorbing that man was so gross and gave me nightmares when I first saw it. Yeah, it was just fucking atrocious. It was too much for my 5-year-old self. But yeah, I just found his power so fucking gross because of that. Oh, all of my tabs open. I'm just looking at my shit. What it was. I think Cell's design is why he is the only DBZ villain that never returned in Super. Or the or the creator just does not want to. Either he doesn't want to draw him, or just does not want to deal with him anymore. Because I think after witnessing or seeing the character designs for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it probably triggers PTSD to any animators that worked there. Cell looks like much more easier to draw compared to them. I don't know why Dragon Ball Super is so bad, but I just can't stop watching it. I have never watched any of the new ones. I think I watched one movie, but I dropped the middle of it. I think it was the one where Beerus, I think. Oh yeah, Beerus was in that movie. And I just do not understand what the fuck is going on. There was one scene where Cell was punched really hard. He spit out a person, which was gross. Yeah, Cell was just fucking atrocious. Maybe this is why I don't like him that much. Or I liked the other the other villains or antagonists much more better than him. Don't watch the new DB, it's bad. Nah, I'm not gonna watch it. I just like the old aesthetic much more better. The new one is just, I just don't like it. Their final villain in DBS was E.T. wearing like a Superman onesie or something. Have I saw that? But yeah, I do remember that the villains on the new one, the new series, isn't as iconic as the old ones, I guess. I guess the only one I found memorable was probably Beerus, but that's probably a biased statement for me because that's the only recent one that I've watched and probably known of. And at this point, I just do not know who the fuck they're fighting anymore. To be honest, DB itself has become repetitive with the infinite power-ups. Oh yeah, that too. Everything is just going up and going up and going up and going up. That the power system at this point is just try to overcome or be more OP. Or boost up your stats, and that's basically it. They had an evil Goku clone named Goku Black, which is the ultimate fanfiction. Yeah, look up Jiren. His design is so boring. Jiren. Bruh. Oh yeah, I saw this guy. Yeah, the design this day is just... Why? And at this point, it doesn't even feel like a character. Bro, this is just a boring looking Majin Buu. Yeah, it kind of does look like a... It's like a circumcised version of fucking Majin Buu. Oh, Dragon Ball. It could have been fun drawing Dragon Ball though. because it's Dragon Ball has all of the shit that I usually draw. It has muscles and it has effects, which are two two things that I always draw all the time or in every drawing. His personality and power and backstory is so boring. They even got lazy with the names. This just turned into like shitting on the new Dragon Ball series. At this point, I keep every time there's something shitty that happens on Dragon Balls, I just always point the finger towards Toei Animations. They always fuck up their shit. Which kind of sucks because I know Toei can like can pop up and like can get really good with their animation and shit. But for the most part, they just do not care anymore because they know they're gonna deliver the money. And they know that they're making the most popular shit. The most popular franchise that is too popular to fail. Like, one of the new villain is a hitman, literally named Hit. Yeah, it feels like it's for a more younger audience right now. Which is sad, because he's actually one of the few new characters that I even like, even though his time powers made no sense. Oh yeah, the power system became really went off the rails in the new series. But at the same time, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't feel like that way. But that's maybe that's just me because of always shitting on the animation. But anyways, that's enough Dragon Ball slander. It's like 3 hours now. Frieza got a new form by joining the Lakers basketball team. Yeah, he just became golden and that's it. But anyways, that's enough Dragon Ball slander. For now. And time for goodbyes, because it's like 3 hours. When this stream is supposed to end like around 2 hours ago. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching and joining us today on this stream. Did we really wasted chill time on Dragon Ball? Yeah, we kinda did. Kinda did. And yeah, that's... We have to say goodbye for now. We kinda ended on like... a sad note. And just us talking shit about the new Dragon Ball series. While making a fan art. While finishing a fan art of Soul Eater. But anyways, that's goodbye for now. Thank you guys so much for joining with me today. I hope you guys have fun. And hope you guys have a great day, great night, and all that good stuff. And see you guys later. Bye-byes.